breaking news, and it comes from Manchester United, who have reached an agreement in principle over a new 5-year contract. A deal is in the final stages of negotiation and set to be signed by the more lucrative offers from England and abroad to
in the last couple of minutes, drive himself in the same car we saw him going to the training ground in yesterday.
Manchester United have signed a midfielder, but Darmesh, not who we thought.
Very good. It's an exciting signing, actually, because Manchester United are really, really excited about this signing. They've been scouting him for a while, and now it's official. The pictures are up. He's there, standing behind the desk, sitting behind the desk, signing the contract. Is a Manchester United player.
Let's start, though, with some breaking news concerning Manchester United and their search for a central midfielder. Let's come to you first, Mark. What can you tell us?
Yeah, well, when you talk about Manchester United and transfers, it's always significant. There's always a lot of interest because it's one of the biggest clubs on the planet, and therefore the fans are desperate to know what they're going to do in January. We know that Ruben Amorim has been speaking today about potential incomings, and we've got a little bit of breaking news here on Sky Sports News with regards to what they're looking to do, not necessarily in January. However, they have explored the possibility of signing players in the winter window. They're also looking ahead to the summer as well, but they have explored conditions of a potential deal for a central midfielder, the Brighton man, Carlos Baleba. We know that they have an interest in the player. They have been linked with him in the past, and they have explored conditions of a deal in this window. Brighton's stance is, as it always is, Carlos Baleba is not for sale. He's someone that we rate very highly, and therefore we are not interested in selling him, particularly during January. He has a contract until 2028 with a year's option on Brighton Hove Albion's side, so he's got a long-term contract, so we know that any potential deal would be significant. Brighton don't want to lose what they deem a key player at 21 years old. We know what happened to the last central midfielder they had that was very highly rated. Moises Caicedo went for what was then a Premier League record, £115 million. Carlos Baleba very much in the same remit as far as they're concerned. They don't want to lose him. They see a huge future for him down on the south coast. But the fact that Manchester United are in the market potentially to sign a player in January is hugely significant, and he's not the only name on their list as well.
Who else is?
Well, United's priority is signing at least one, possibly two central midfielders in 2026, whether that be January or more likely in the summer. The focus is on signing them in the summer because it's quite a difficult window to get those long-term targets. And we understand the list of targets includes Elliot Anderson, Adam Wharton and Wolves' João Gomez. We know Casemiro could depart this summer. There is an option that Manchester United have to trigger an option in his contract to extend his time at Old Trafford. But those terms aren't favourable for Manchester United right now. Kobbie Mainoo's future remains unclear. Manuel Ugarte has not delivered so far in a Manchester United shirt. So you can understand why they're looking at one, if not two, central midfielders this month, more likely in the summer. But if they can bring in a player like Carlos Baleba in January, it could make such a big difference in terms of what they're able to achieve this season. There's been some mixed results for United, mixed performances over the course of the last few weeks, but they are well placed to deliver European football once more. So whether or not they can get a player in January to help support that and bring life into a season which has faltered at times, we wait to see. Carlos Baleba would be a player who could make a difference for United.
You've mentioned a couple of sort of big names there. People know about Adam Wharton, people know about Elliot Anderson, people know about Baleba. A couple of names I just want to put on your radar as well and put on the radar of Manchester United fans. Lille's Ayoub Bouadi is another player that Manchester United are in. Young player, he's only 18 years old, one for the future. Another player that is of interest to Manchester United, another player that they're currently tracking, Christoph Mouzakitis as well. He's at Olympiacos, 19 years old, another youngster, another one for the future. We know that every single Premier League club wants to sign these young players that are teenagers that they can mould and develop into superstars. And it seems to be that everyone just wants players under the age of 22. But Manchester United, whilst they're focusing on the players that James has mentioned with experience, that are Premier League ready, they've also got their eye on a couple of youngsters in Europe that are...
Michael, that was, in the end, a real throwback to an old Manchester United, a one that you played in, the celebrations in front of the Stretford End, last-minute winners.
Yeah, I've said it before the City game. I think it's a special place, this, and it was special things. And credit to the boys. We knew today was going to be a really tough game, and getting questions all week about breaking down a low block and beating teams that you should beat, and that was never the case today. Fulham are a really good team, and we knew that we were going to have a lot of questions to answer. And credit to the boys, the late goal last week that we conceded to then go again and win, and especially today, which was even more tough to take probably, to then find a winner for Benji. I'm just so delighted for him, and he totally deserves it. It's a huge moment for all of us, but for him especially, and he deserves it. He's been fantastic since I came here, so he'll remember that feeling for quite some time.
Is it the one you enjoyed the most?
Late winners? Yeah, I think that emotion, is that what you meant, late winners?
Yeah, with Benjamin.
Yeah, I think, listen, a late winner's a late winner in the front of the Stretford end in that situation. It's what I really know, it's what you get greedy for, you want more of that feeling, but certainly for Ben and to get that, I think that'll do so much good, and the response when he come in the change room at the end, we're all pleased for him, and it's just a start for him, and so I couldn't be more pleased.
Just the start for him, Casemiro coming to an end as well, and he looked like a real boss out there. I said that to Ben too. Yeah,
Cassie's been, again, he's been such a presence since I came, and huge respect for him, from what he's done, how he goes about his day-to-day, and how motivated and driven he is, and you only achieve what he's achieved by having that, and he's desperately for a big finish. We all know it's coming to end at the end of this season, but he wouldn't have thought it today, and it just showed it. Big goal for us, big performance again, and just celebrating it means just as much to him, if not more than most.
And a word on the other goal scorer, in front of the Stretford end as well, Cunha. It just seems that the Stretford end absolutely love him.
Yeah, and rightly so. He's got so much ability, and still think there's loads more to come from him in a real positive way. And that's three big moments, coming on, creating a goal, scoring a goal last week, scoring this week. Big stepping stones for Mateus.
Also doing the business at the moment, so really fascinating stuff to come out of Manchester United. What feels like a strategy, a plan. They've got targets, they've got long-term targets. For the first time in a while, it feels like Manchester United are doing what Manchester United fans want them to do, and that is go and target the right positions with the right type of players, and of course players for the future as well. So really fascinating stuff to come out.
You would think that also that reflects that they will be aware that some of the clubs who own the players you've just mentioned, it will be difficult. You just touched on Carlos Baleba, but Nottingham Forest, for example, who are fighting to stay up, will not want one of their best players to leave the club in January for any fee, you would suggest.
No, absolutely not. None of these players will be easy to get, and particularly when you're Manchester United and the phone starts ringing, they think, well, we'll charge you more because you're one of the biggest clubs commercially in the world and you've got the money to do it. One of the key things for Manchester United is that they get into some form of European football. It really needs to be Champions League football, because the extra 70 to 80 million pounds that competition brings enables them to go to the next level. A, they can say to the players, we're playing Champions League football, which all young players want to do. And B, the finances that will add to their accounts give them the opportunity to go and spend that little bit more money, because it increases their turnover, which means that they actually can play at the...
He's a deep-line midfielder, very technically gifted, but it's his passing ability that will excite fans the most, both short and long-range passing. He rarely gives the ball away. He's in Liga, and he's in the sort of the top percentiles for ball retention, but also the number of balls he plays forward as well. So it's not just keeping hold of the ball, but also passing it in the right way to start attacks as well. So he's